Hello, and welcome to episode 16 of the Frivolous and Frugal podcast. We're two sisters who share our fondness for knitting, the things that we create, and our love for the knitting community. And we do it all with a little twist of the frivolous and frugal. I am Dawn. I am the frivolous one. And in birth order, I am the fourth of 8 children.
And I'm Penny. I'm the frugal one, and I am the oldest of the 8 in birth order. So a heartfelt welcome and thank you to our returning viewers. It is such a treat to have you back, and we want to thank you for your wonderful banter and suggestions and conversations in our Ravelry and YouTube threads. And for those of you who are first-time viewers, we're so glad you're here. We know that there are many opportunities for viewing, so we're grateful that you're giving us a shot. And we're hoping that you glean a nugget or two from today's program. So without further ado, I want you to grab your knitting, your note-taking device, and your sense of humor, because we're ready to get episode 16 off the ground and running. Take it away, Dawn.
What are you wearing, Miss Penny?
Oh, Dawn, I am so glad you asked. Actually, this is a gift that you knit for me.
It is.
It is. The name of this pattern is Manastique by Carla Kruger. And I believe this was your very first time to use knobby silk. Isn't that what you called it?
Yeah, I think I did.
Well, it is by the Loom Brissoni Silk Fiber Company, and it's in the Loom Spec colorway. Love it. Absolutely love it. Wear it quite frequently. So yeah. Thank you for the gift for my birthday.
Yeah, and it was fun to knit because obviously the nubs are that white part. So, but yeah, and that's been, it was fun to knit. And I didn't know, like, you don't mind the edges curling?
I don't, because quite honestly, look at it's wrapped around, it's drapey. I don't, that doesn't bother me at all.
It looks marvelous.
It does. Now, you know what I think it might bother me if there was a specific pattern that you needed to see, but.
Oh, true.
No. So, yes, that's what I'm wearing. What are you wearing?
I am wearing the Oh Helen scarf.
Oh Helen.
And it's a free pattern on Ravelry.
Okay.
And I don't remember the designer's name. How horrible. Anyway, the yarn is Wild Hair Fiber Studios Pinnacle Sock, and it's in the zebra colorway.
Love it.
And I bought it over at Stephen B's in the Twin Cities when I was there taking a class. And just a nice summer skull. Summer skull. It's a nice summer scarf. Yeah, and it's long, so. Yeah. You could wrap it around your neck. It goes with a lot of stuff. I tend to wear a lot of black and white anyway. And it was just kind of fun to get out something summery.
Absolutely.
Yeah, even though it's not summery here today.
I'm sorry. Is that the one by Penguin Designs?
I think it is. Penguins, okay. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And why do I think, I'm almost positive it's a free pattern on Ravelry. So. Yeah, so that is what I'm wearing today. And I forgot to bring up the Stella.
Stella?
So Stella's in timeout.
You almost put me in timeout earlier. So I feel for Stella. I do want to tell you that Pearl is wearing one of my finished objects.
Oh, that's a nice segue. Woo.
Well, thank you. It's a very frugal segue, 2 for the price of 1. So this is my completed Hitch-Hiker Shawl. And I don't know that, I think I've shown it enough that everybody knows what it looks like. You are going to see that it has ends. I don't weave in my ends until after I block it. And most of you know already, I'm not going to block until I get a pile knee high. So eventually it will get blocked. It was knit in Volmise. I got 44 teeth on a size 3. And Dawn, you had 44 teeth on your 2.5, right?
2.5, yeah. So I wondered if you knew that those ends weren't woven.
Of course I do. Actually, there is even still a removable stitch marker on there, so I know what's the front side. Now, does it really matter?
I don't think so. Yeah.
It's on there. See, there it is. I didn't even take that off yet. I'll probably wash it. One good washing.
Yeah.
I'll block it with it. Now, can I say something else for my frugal kindred spirits out there? I decided I wanted to use every inch of Volmise if I could, right? So on a size 3, I got 44 teeth. I had exactly enough. I love to play yarn chicken. It's like having a baby and not having an ultrasound. You just, woo, at the end, it's a boy or it's a girl. So yarn chicken is the same way. I had exactly enough. I counted it to do 2 rows on my alliteration scarf. There they are right there. So I won at yarn chicken.
Yes, you did. And I would have been having a fit.
I'm sure you probably have like 45 grams left over.
I don't, but close. So that's actually what's off my needles too, is my Hitch-Hiker. That was part of the Auntie's knit along, also done in Volmise. I used a 2.5 needle and I got 44 teeth as well. I think the pattern calls for 42, but you might as well use it. Yes. And I was pretty aggressive in the block. It's really? 7 feet long. I don't know how long it's supposed to be, but it's long.
Put it right next to it, Dawn.
What's that?
Put it right up next to your ear. Maybe you can hear it squealing.
You are so weird. I like the eyelets, though. They're you can see them a lot better once you block.
You can.
Now, let's see if I can reach over here. This is my idea of yarn chicken. This is how much I have left, and I was freaking out.
Sorry.
I know.
Don't.
So I wanted enough to do a Christmas ornament. And sometime I'll talk about the Christmas ornaments, but I needed enough to do 35 rounds for the Christmas ornaments. I think that'll be enough because I think that'll make a pretty ornament.
Absolutely. So off the top of your head, I know we'll talk about Christmas ornaments later. About how many grams per Christmas?
Yeah, I don't know. I need to figure that out. I'm going to bet it's around 10 maybe.
Okay.
I'll figure that out for when we talk about those ornaments.
Okay. I have no idea.
I just use my scraps, but that's a good thing. I'll weigh it and see what it is. So, but yeah, I won at yarn chicken too.
It's all relative, isn't it? It's all relative.
So if I was doing an alliteration scarf, I'd have like 6 inches. And you have 2 rows.
You would have 6 inches over a lifetime. Oh my goodness. And then it would bother you that you had 6 inches. Like, why did I get so close?
That made me nervous. Yeah, that did make me nervous. But again, with those last rows so long, I don't think I could have got another tooth out of it because it was going like 5 or 6 grams, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you could. Yeah, you could have easily.
All right. What else is off your needles?
I don't know. What else is on my needles?
No, off.
Off my needles. Okay. So I wanted to show what's that?
I can talk slower if you need me to.
Just for that, I think I'm going to have a drink of coffee.
You may want to try something stronger.
I'm hoping it jumpstarts my brain. Okay, this is a voila.
Voila.
The cable channel pillow is complete.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I can't say complete because I still have to add the buttons. So right now they're held in place with removable stitch markers. And as you can see, I haven't blocked it yet because I still have my ends. But I went to Behind the Pines in Pemberville, Ohio to knit with the ladies this week. Oh my goodness. And I bought these buttons. They are understated. Yeah, I didn't want anything too distracting. And if you are in the Pemberville area, Miss Bobby's buttons, I don't know if all of them are half off, but some of them are. And these were half off.
Wow, how frugal of you.
I know. Would you expect anything less? If I could get it for less, I would. But would you expect anything less?
I would have expected a little more frivolous buttons
Of course you would have,
about
but
this
no.
big.
Yours probably would have had LED flashing lights with a glitter background.
Oh,
So
you know me so well.
I do. So finally, my UFO completed.
You know, that is going to look great, isn't it, on the couch?
And it has a good hand for throwing.
Yeah,
Because
amen.
each time I
That's
roll
right.
it. And I repurposed a pillow to put it in because the one that I was going to use in honor of our late mother, I found out she didn't have a pillow form in there. She just had polyfill,
Fiber fill.
fiber fill.
Squished to make it look like a pillow.
Yep.
Uh,
So anyway, do you have anything off your needles?
yeah, I have my UFO for the month of June. One of them.
One of them?
Next year, let's not be in 2 UFO clubs. We should only be in 1.
You think? You, the one who loves being frivolous.
I
all
know.
for a reason.
This poor.
Oh,
Welcome back, Fred the Head.
Fred the Head, we've missed him.
So this I started February of this year.
Oh, that's not bad.
And I only had the rim done, and then I put it back in the bag with no pattern. So I didn't know what pattern, but this was in my favorites and the stitch count match, so I figured it was it. So it is the Patrick beanie. It's a free pattern. It is by Jan Rich. And let me tell you about this yarn. Millpost Merino. It's from Australia. And the guys who sell it are hot, hot, hot. They're very, I know, they are very handsome Australian shepherds. I think I need to go there and visit them at their.
I'm sure your husband would love to take you to introduce you to them.
You take all the fun out of it. Okay, and the color is Millpost Red. Now, I forgot it's a DK. I love this yarn. So I went back to their website to see, because if you like it, you might as well order some more. 50-gram skeins. It's just right now the shipping from Australia is a little cost prohibitive. But I ordered it because I saw it on another podcast and they gave a discount. And at that time, it was free shipping. So if they were to ever do something like that again to the States, I probably would order some more. And they only have like 3 or 4 colors, but it just has a great feel to it. And then I just can't decide if it's male or female. And the only reason I say that is pom-pom or no pom-pom. But look, we only have about 10 to choose from. Okay, do you like gray?
It's okay.
Do you like white with a little black tips?
I do like that.
Okay. Do you
a little
like
more contrast?
Black?
Okay, but not much contrast.
Did I do white already? White?
Oh, it pops, doesn't
And
it?
then look at this fun one. It's like a skunk. It was like my hair before COVID or after COVID. Yeah, so I don't know about that. That's a little skunky, isn't it?
Well, I think it takes your attention to the pom-pom and not the hat.
Yeah.
At least that's where my eye is drawn.
Yeah. So
now,
anyway.
if you get that white one on, Dawn, it could be a Bucky Badger's hat.
It could.
You could just be sporting the colors.
Or the Ohio State University.
Or
is that gray?
And gray.
Oh, gray. Okay, here you go.
Probably could.
All right. Anyway, so that is my UFO for one of the UFO clubs done.
That is wonderful.
Yeah. So what are you working on? What's on your needles?
Well, actually, I cast on another hat because I'm trying to complete my hashtag 45 hats by 45 designers. And I think I might have said this to you, Dawn, but I don't believe I shared it with our viewers. I am trying to choose designers who are not the designers' names that we frequently hear. They're the fellow knitters out there who are trying to develop patterns, trying to get on their feet, so to speak, and I want to draw attention to them. So the name of this one is actually the Double Thick Cuff Hat, and this is going to be a Bucky Badger's hat for one of my family members. And it is by, actually very pink, her name is Stacy Perry.
Yeah.
I've seen her videos, but I did not know she was a designer. You can see that it is just out of that Mint Rain Red Wings colorway. Ooh, I have to say I like it for a washable worsted, super wash. So that's something I cast on, not yesterday, but the day before. So it goes pretty quickly, provisional cast on. And I'll probably finish it tonight and then cast on another hat.
Wow. And several people commented to remind you, if you wouldn't mind, is eventually in our Ravelry group, put your 45 hats and 45 designers.
I'll do that because I actually have a document where I have, and this is what's on that document. I'll tell you right now, has the name of the pattern, the designer, whether it was a paid for or free pattern, and then the person I'm giving the hat to. So I'll just remove that final column and share that with everyone. And if I remember to do it and put it in an actual post, I'll link it. That way you can just click on the hyperlink and go right to the pattern.
Oh, wow. That'd be a lot of work, but that'd be nice.
Oh, and you know what? There's another column in it. Type of yarn, worsted or fingering.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I have 5 columns in that.
You're starting to act like Nikki.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm not nearly as fastidious Nikki. I am much more, I don't know. I don't even know. She is fastidious.
Yeah, she is. I could change my name to Fly by the Seat of My Pants.
You don't fly by the seat of your pants. You have Excel spreadsheets, Dawn.
I've won.
Well, still.
Anyway, so here's what's on my needles. I am still working on the Moon Cat shawl by Kelly McClure. I am using.
Very pretty.
Yep. Where's that? I have that yarn marker. I'll find the yarn. It's a yarn dyed in Iowa. And you can see that it is, oh, you know what? I'm backwards. So 3 colors, and I've just introduced the third, which is this dark gray. Now, I was having this discussion with Penny. I'd love to see if anybody has any opinions. Do you see where the stripes here are garter?
You know, can you get those closer to the camera?
Oh, sure.
Okay, now we can clearly see. Those are garter.
So, yes, and these are just repeat sections now. I forgot that, and I did this section in stockinette. So
yes, you did.
I'm going rogue. I have a lot more yarn left than what the pattern calls for. So when I'm done with this, after I'm working on a section now that'll be like this bright pink, but it'll be in the dark gray. Mm-hmm. So that'll go next. And then because I have so much yarn left, I'm going to do some stripes with all 3 of the colors. And I'll do it in stockinette too, so it's going to make that blend a little bit better. And then I'll end with a garter border. And that way I'll use more of the yarn. It'll be, yeah, I think I want to use the yarn, but I'm already just, I think, over 400 stitches. So the rows are long. But these were those 60-inch Chagu I was telling you about. So,
all right, so scoot those all. See, you leave yours spread out. If you scoot them all together, I bet you've got another 25 inches to work on there.
You would put them all on a 16-inch, wouldn't you?
24 inch. I'm like, Elizabeth Zimmerman said, if you've got 24-inch needles, you can knit anything, and I'm with her. Anything beyond 24 is a waste.
Did you happen to fall down and bump your head this week? So, what else is on your needles?
You know what? The only other thing I'm working on right now is I'm still working on the Kevin Costner sweater and the Alliteration Scarf. Do you mind if I show something with the Alliteration Scarf?
Yeah, no, go for it.
Because it's getting so long, I am keeping it folded using those small quilting clips. So you can see where I've just attached those, because now it's kind of like the scarf that never ends, right? No, that was last week's Manic Panic call. So I'm not quite where I need to be, but it's getting long enough that when I take it out in public, I get looks when I wrap it all around my head and I'm knitting on it. So I decided to fold it up. So That's all I'm working on right now. I'll cast on probably another hat this week. And that's it.
And you'll finish that one this week, do you think?
The hat?
No, the alliteration.
Oh, no, because we don't have any appointments. Last week I had a couple doctor's appointments with my little lady that I'm a caregiver for. And so that gave me time because, you know, they space you out. So that gave me time to do that. And it's supposed to be good weather here. So I need to finish painting the trim on the house. So I'll be out a lot.
Now,
what about you? What else? Oh, what else is on your needles?
For returning viewers, we started another Auntie Knit Along.
Oh.
So Brianna, our niece, wanted to do lace. So we decided to do this one together apart. And of course, Melanie Berg. So need I say more? That is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. I decided to do some stash diving for this one. And so I'm not very far, but I am using Cascade Heritage sock in the wine colorway. So you can see that it's garter sections and then just a single row of that contrast and then lace. And maybe if I put it over here, you'll see the lace better.
We can.
The lace isn't a distinct pattern. It is a pattern. It's a 20-row repeat. But you know how some laces are very, like almost symmetrical? This one's a little more obscure. So then it's just a repeat of these garter sections in lace, and it ends with 3 consecutive lace sections. So you can see again on the pattern, that's a huge lace section. So
so that contrasting color, Dawn, according to that picture, it's not going to get any larger or any wider. It's still going to be just 2 rows of a contrasting color.
This one, yep. And there'll be 3 of those. So yeah, I think it's going nice. It's been fun to see Brianna struggle with lace because it's new for her and she is working her way through it. And we just had to give her a couple little pearls of wisdom. Oh, is that upside down? Yeah. So yeah, I just started the second lace section. And our pearl of wisdom to Brianna was to use stitch markers for the repeats because it's a 20 stitch repeat as well as a 20 row repeat. And I'll know instantly if I'm off in my count of 20. So, and it's a typical lace in the sense that you go lace across and then just purl back. And so I like those rest rows in between.
Well, and I think a couple other pro tips you passed along to her and we shared with her was the use of a lifeline. Yeah. Put a lifeline in at the end of that, especially if you have to do that 3-row repeat. And then you also explained to her, which I thought was really good, that the increases and decreases are typically at the ends or the beginnings of the row. So that kind of helped her, I think, wrap her head around how this was going to build.
Yeah. So we did our typical Auntie Zoom session last night with her, and she had 2 friends that came to visit from Chicago, and they wanted to meet us. How sweet was that? And they were using our terminology, like, what's on your needles?
And Dawn, your volume just cut out. I can't hear you. Okay, try that again.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Nope, still can't hear you.
Okay, you keep talking.
We have no volume. So you go ahead and correct that and I'll go. So we have a special Judy, and we would like to say thank you so much for visiting. Ken even asked us what's on our needles, which was fun, wasn't it, Dawn?
It was fun. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay.
So if you said anything before that was really important, you might want to repeat it.
I didn't. That was so like 30 seconds ago. Yeah, I don't know what I'm having some issues. So thank you for telling me that.
You're welcome.
You could have kept going for the rest of the podcast and I wouldn't have known.
Now, the only other thing I was going to ask you to do, could you please tip over your light and we'll just have a complete show.
Would it be inappropriate for me to use sign language right now?
Yes. Yes, because I know exactly which sign you'd like to send my way. So yeah, thank you so much again for joining us, coming all the way from Chicago to sit in on one of our Knitting with the Aunties sessions.
That was fun.
Oh, and Ken, I give special credit to Ken because keeping the alliteration alive Frivolous and Frugal fibers, and Frivolous Dawn and Frugal Miss Penny, he gave a name for Nikki, and it's Fastidious Nikki, because she is so detail oriented and follows every jot and every tittle. So I don't know, Dawn, should we share what we think we might call Miss Brianna? We haven't
Go ahead.
I can't even remember now. That was so 10 minutes ago. She is just so fearless.
Yeah.
She will try anything. So Miss Brianna, we don't know if this is official or not, but you might just be fearless Miss Brianna. We're just saying. We'll keep you posted.
Sounds good.
So what else is on your needles, Dawn?
All right. God bless you, sock knitters by hand, because since I got the sock machine, I've not knit a sock. So I always think of Irene on 3-Ply Podcast. She's going to get a crown in heaven for all the hand knit socks she does. So this is just what I'm working on while we're podcasting. I'm just about to the cuff. So this is the vanilla bean, the vanilla striped bean pattern. It's a free on Ravelry as well. And both Penny and I try to keep our show, or not our show notes up, our project pages in Ravelry fairly up to date. So don't hesitate to look on Ravelry if you need more details. But this is the end of the first sock.
Isn't that a UFO for you?
It is, like December 18, New Year's Eve cast on.
I forgot that that's what you did.
Yeah. And then, of course, it came with some little minis for the cuff. So I'll end with that on the cuff and then start the second sock. But if I could figure out a way to do this pattern in the machine, I'd be on it. So if I've said bad words while I've been knitting this, I apologize. Or if I've been ranting about hand knit socks again, I will try to do better.
Dawn, as one of our favorite sister-in-laws has said, this is character calisthenics for you.
It is.
You are building character.
Or a new vocabulary. Not sure how that goes. So what have you been learning this week?
Well, I have been learning a couple things, but I think the most important thing I've learned, and I'm going to align it with the hitchhiker, is that I need to be much more mindful about my ergonomics when knitting, because the hitchhiker is all garter stitch, which is repetitive knitting. And I have to tell you, I have a very sore thumb joint down here. It's warm to the touch. It hurts. And I got thinking I was doing the same knit stitch over and over because I was feeling a little pokey compared to you and Miss Brianna. And woo, plus I've been shoveling and moving mulch. I've been painting and repetitive motion. And I've been pitiful with my ergonomics.
And it's interesting you say that, because I watched the latest Fruity Knitting podcast.
Yeah.
And that gentleman who is the ergonomics guy, Carson, is it Demers or Demers?
I think, yeah.
And he talked about how knitting injuries can be from repetitive. And so he was showing this exercise. I'll see if I can do it. So he said you take your hands and put them like they're a stop sign.
Okay,
and
do you
then
want
take
me to read this with you?
Yeah,
Okay.
Take your fingertips and put them along this edge and kind of hold them there.
My fingertips, and I don't have to bend over and put my nose on my knees. Okay, got it.
Focus.
Can you bend over like that? Okay.
I cannot.
If I was a student, you'd boot me out the door right now. Go ahead.
All right, and then move them down like to this rim edge and just feel that stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smile and count to 10.
Thank you.
And then a soft fist. And then just kind of relax your hands and do it again. And then, of course, this is going to look weird on camera, but extend your arm out in front of you like, again, a stop sign. It looks weird on the angle of this camera. And then just slowly pull your fingers back. And you should feel that through here.
I do.
And then the other one I thought was interesting. You put your hands up like you're holding a bowl of soup.
Okay.
And then if you can pull your fingers down And you should feel that stretch
I do.
through here too.
You can feel those tendons stretch, can't
Yeah.
you?
So what he did, which I have never heard of, he has specific stitch markers that he knows that he is in his project, that when he comes and does a round or something, he comes to that specific stitch marker, it's time to stretch. I thought that was fascinating. And then he has another one he called the mindfulness stitch marker. And when you come to that, just be mindful that you're doing something you love, relax, enjoy the journey. Because I think what I'm learning this week is it's not a race. There is people who are going to knit faster than me. There are people who are going to have more projects done. And I don't want to get in that like a spiral, or I think of that little hamster running on, that circle where it's like, oh, I've got to get this done. I got to get this done. It's like, I want to enjoy the process. It's a journey for us. I want to learn. So I need to be more mindful, I guess, is kind of what I was thinking this week is enjoy. So as much as I've been ranting about this sock, it's beautiful yarn. It's for a good friend. Stop your belly aching. You thought I was going to say a different word, didn't you? Yeah, I know. I saw that look in your eyes. Yep. Yeah.
I would
So
had to say bad example. So this is kind of, I don't want to get too deep here, but what kind of triggered that thought for you? Where was it, or what were you doing that when you realized it's not a race? Was it?
You make fun of my little Microsoft Excel checklist. And so in my mind, I don't know where I got this, is that Mooncat shawl and the Melanie Berg shawl need to be done in June so that I can start 2 more shawls in July. That's something I put on myself. There's no deadline. Even if I was part of a knit along or make along, there's no deadlines. And so I don't know how I got my head trapped into that I just got to get it done. I don't. Those aren't specific things I want to wear on a specific date. They're all beautiful yarn. I just want to enjoy all of that. So yeah, just relax, dude.
Dude. You used to call Grandpa dude.
I did.
Dude.
Hey, dude. I say that to Shelley too.
Oh, do you really?
Hey, dude.
I was thinking though, Dawn, I'm going to go back to the phrase you use, stop the madness. When we're on Ravelry every day looking at all the new pattern releases, I wonder if that's where that anxiety, that anxiousness comes. I don't want to say anxiety, but that's where that push comes. Ooh, do this one. Ooh, do that one. But if,
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I love it. Mm-hmm.
Well, I sent you that picture of that new Stephen West shawl that came out this week.
I know.
It is amazing. But every week there's going to be amazing patterns.
There are.
And so I just think I have to work my way through the ones I want to do. And maybe I should stop buying yarn for a while, because I see a shawl I like and I order the yarn right away.
Okay, I got a double dog dare.
Don't go there.
I double dog dare you not to buy yarn for 2 weeks.
Oh, till the end of the month, really?
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Right.
Now, is that too long?
No. Could you buy it for me though? If I was ready?
Yeah, just let me know what you want.
No, that's good. I obviously have the yarns for the next 2 shawls, and yeah, I've got plenty of yarn. It's ridiculous. So yeah, so I just think I need to slow down and enjoy the ride. The journey. I feel like I should be singing Kumbaya or something. A little thing we should probably announce too. You probably have the name. We drew a winner from the
we did the
Frogget
Fix or Frogget Cal. Nikki, using the random number generator last night, drew our next winner, and it is to L Meineke, and that is spelled L-M-E-I-N-E-K-E on Ravelry, and she had a picture of some fox socks. Were they not too cute?
You have got to go see them. I am so inspired by what people are posting on there.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Laurel puts all of her marling projects on there. I just don't get, I love to see marling. It frustrates me because I can't see the pattern. Same with fades. I don't do fades because I can't wrap my head around them. But yeah, when they're done right, they're beautiful.
And I don't know about you, Dawn, but I am appreciating our viewers sharing what they're learning in their projects.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're really doing kind of what you learned. They're enjoying them now. Been some space, there's been some time. They go back, it's refreshing, and they're glad they finished them. So,
Yeah. And you need to look at the gal who took a picture of her project bags
oh,
just for you.
yes, I know. I just need to have her over for coffee. That's what I'm thinking. Come on. Of course, it would be instant coffee. Or packets of coffee that I picked up when I was staying at a hotel. But I would love to have her come over for some coffee.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
fun.
I can't think of anything else other than keep your eyes open. We're trying to pick winners. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to show what we're giving.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I am so sorry. It is one more skein we have of Simple Love yarn.
Yeah, there you can see it. Yep.
And
Look at that stitch marker.
Isn't that fun? It's an owl. Is that not too cute? And so we'll put that in a bag. By the way, all of our gifts come with a complimentary. This is used, but they come with a new bag and a couple little accoutrements to match. So we'll get in touch with you, Miss Leanne, and I'll make sure you get your gift.
Okay, is accoutrements really a word?
It is.
Just checking.
It is. When I was in the military, remember we had to put all our bars and our ribbons, and we had special name tags and special things. Those are called accoutrements.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
I didn't have nearly as many accoutrements as those who paid attention and followed through on things, but I did have a couple of them.
Let's not change now. It's a little late in the game.
Oh, if I did, my family would put me into a reprogramming thing. If I became somebody different, they would have no idea how to deal with me.
Although my husband would probably like me to pick up a few little frugal tips. Crazy.
This wouldn't be you, Dawn.
I know. All right. Well, you know what? I think that's all I have for today.
Oh, I have.
So our Cal is still going on, so keep posting to that. And maybe next week we can report about how our first Zoom session goes.
Yes.
So we will see who shows up, and I'm sure we'll have some fun with those people tonight. Also, I'll be late when you get this, but on today, Saturday, June 13th, it's Worldwide Knit in Public Day. So hopefully you can get out and knit depending what your COVID restrictions are. And maybe get outside and get some fresh air and enjoy just some time with real people, like sitting 6 feet from you, as opposed to Zoom land. So,
Good.
yeah. And, you can find us on the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Ravelry, all as the Frivolous and Frugal podcast. Penny posts show notes where our email addresses are on there if you need to email. And we try to be fairly responsive. And I say that with the tongue in our cheek. Nikki makes us stay responsive. So if there's been a day goes by that we don't respond to something, usually she sends us a message to say, you may want to take care of that.
I need to give her my checkbook too.
Oh, yeah. And I had to chuckle last night on our auntie's knit along. She wanted to know if she had to dress up for the Zoom session.
She is so fun. She is just so fun. I just can't wait for you all to meet her. Yeah.
That was funny.
Well, listen, it's that time to say goodbye.
Oh.
And episode 16 has come to a close. So it's our hope that your week will be a sweet twist of frivolous and frugal. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.